going to explain jar test. Jar testing to determine the proper coagulant dosage continues to be the one of the most effective tools available to surface water plant operators. Finished water quality, cost of production, length of filter runs, and overall filter life all depends on the proper application of chemicals to the raw water entering to the treatment plant. The basic objective of this experiment is to determine the optimum dose of alum for effective coagulation flocculation process of the turbid surface water samples. So basically the apparatus which we are using for the jar test is 6 pedal jar test apparatus with an illuminated base. These are the 6 1 liter jars that is filled with water samples, and these are 6 500 millimeter of beakers to collect the supernatant. And for the turbidity, we will use the turbid meter, and for the pH we use the pH meter. And this is the alum which is of 30%, which we have already prepared in the lab, that is used to dose in the first stage of mixing. And this is the pipette which we take 0.1 ml of the this dosage, and we have to dose in this jar test. We have placed the jars under the pedals, so we will put these pedals down, as you can see. Okay, so in the menu we already set the RPM as 100, and we will run it for 1 minute, and then we will stop it by, after the 1 minute, and then we'll start the slow mixing after the dosage of desired volume. Okay, so here we go, start. Now we will take this dosage. Now we will dose 0.1 ml in jar 1. .2 ml in jar 2, and 0.3 ml in jar 3, 0.4 ml in jar 4, .5 ml in jar 5, and 0.6 ml in jar 6. Okay, so we will wait for the timer, and we will then continue with slow mixing. Okay, so after the time interval of 1 minute, we have stopped it, and now we are again going to set it for the slow mixing. So we are going to mix with slow mixing with 30 RPM for 20 minutes. So we started. As you can see, the suspended solids in the samples have started to agglomerate, and after 20 minutes we will stop the timer to see the flock formation. As you can see that already 7 minutes have been passed and flocks formations have been started. As you can see, this is jar 6, this is jar 5. You can observe the flocks. So we will observe it after the second interval of 40 minutes. Okay, so the timer beeps at 20 minutes and we have stopped the apparatus and allow the flocks to be settled for 30 minutes as per mentioned in the manual. You can see the flocks forming and this will be settled, and we will collect the supernatant solution within this beaker, and then we will measure the turbidity and final pH of the solution or our samples. Okay, so after 30 minutes the slow mixing has been stopped and you can see the flocks have been formed at the bottom of each jar. You can see these are the micro flocks which have been formed. Okay, so as per the manual requires, jar 6 has the good flocks that is visible, as you can see. Meanwhile, jar 4 has the fair flocks, and jar 3, 2 and 1 relatively has less flocks as compared to the jar 6. Okay, so after that we will take these samples in this beaker which is called as supernatant, and then we will put it in these vials for the turbidity analysis, and then we will note down the reading and we will find out at what optimum dosage the turbidity has been reduced. Meanwhile, the initial pH of this pond water is 7.1, while the initial turbidity of this pond water is 9.9 NTU. So after the slow mixing for 30 minutes, for 30 RPM for 20 minutes, we need to stop and wait for the 30 minutes to let the flocks settle. And after the flocks have been settled in 30 minutes, then we need to take the supernatants and fill in these vials to check the turbidity of the samples. So as you can see, these are labeled as jar 1, jar 2, jar 3, 4, 5 and 6 respectively. So we will use the turbidity meter in order to check the final turbidity, and this is the pH meter so that we can check the final pH. And after that we will plot the supernatant turbidity and pH versus LM dose. And LM dose for the lowest supernatant turbidity is the optimum LM dose for effective flocculation for the water. That's mean the lowest turbidity at the LM dose will be the optimum dose that will effective for the flocculation of the water.